Hey everyone, my name's Joe, and I'm here to bring you guys the first of hopefully many videos covering the top 5 best parts of the Zombies maps and the top 5 worst parts of Zombie maps. In this series, we'll be taking a look at all Treyarch Zombies maps and Infinite Warfare, because I play those too, and picking out the 5 best and worst things. Yes, we're gonna have Infinite Warfare, no Exo Zombies, no World War II Zombies. I haven't played those enough to make a decision and would bullshit my way through. I'd like to actually know what I'm talking about and not bullshit you guys. For this series, I will try my best to focus on map mechanics and not game mechanics. Because let's be honest, the fucked perk system in Black Ops 4 would come up on every goddamn map. Because honestly, fuck Black Ops 4 mechanics. Map feature examples would be like Easter eggs, their steps, pack-a-punch locations, perk locations, areas of the map, etc, etc. I will make a few exceptions if the game mechanics really affect a specific map in a certain way, as they do at one point in this video, and I'll be sure to mention that. For this video, of course, based on the title, we'll be starting with the first Zombies map, Nacht or Untoten. In this video, we'll refrain from talking about the Chronicles version and focus mainly on the World at War version, as well as a bit of Black Ops 1. The footage used is not my own, it will be in the description where I got it from. But with all that aside, let's begin. Coming in at number 5 is the starting room and the starting room train. The starting room for Nacht or Untoten is arguably the best starting room of all time. It's such an iconic location, it's eerie, it sets up the rest of the game with that ominousity that Nacht loves to offer. Depending on your strategy, you will use this room for the entirety of the game, and there aren't many maps where that's the case. Usually after round 3 or 4, you leave the starting room, then continue towards tower, pack a punch, go for an Easter egg, or go for a good camping and training spot. The Nacht starting room provides that training spot. The figure 8 train on Nacht is a pretty difficult train to get down, but once you get it, it's such a good strategy to use. You basically follow the path here shown by the relaxing end, gather all 24 zombies, and take them out. What makes the train great is not only its effectiveness, but also that it's really fun to do. It's also great to practice if you're gearing up for a high round match later. Just jump on Nacht and practice training here where you literally have no second tries. Amazing starting room, awesome train spot, and it makes our list at number 5. Number 4. Nostalgia. I originally had Nostalgia at number 1 on this list, but seeing how newer players don't have the
Sorry everyone, I think I had a frog in my throat.
nostalgia for it at all, I had to lower it. But the fact that it still cracks our list at number 4 just shows how much nostalgia the community has for this map. For many, not myself particularly, but many, this was their first map. This is the one that started the entire Call of Duty Zombies franchise, and that's something you really can't take away from this map. People who like more complicated maps and may not entirely like Nacht because of its lack of perks and other features could still look back on this map as the start of their Zombies experience. And I really think that provides something special. That feeling of nostalgia, even though Kino was my first map, still hits me strong every time I get on this map, especially the World at War version, and is one of my favorite aspects of playing it. So of course it has to get on this list at our number 4 spot. Our third place spot has to go to a game mechanic that really makes specifically the Nacht starting room train a lot easier, and that is the lack of swiping zombies. One of the reasons the starting room train is so effective is because zombies on the World at War version of the map don't swipe out. In fact, I'll admit, it's kind of overpowered. Now what do I mean by this? You'll find that in most maps, in most games, when you run alongside a train of zombies, you're gonna go down because they're gonna swipe out and they're gonna hit you. In the World at War version of this map, you gotta run right into them or they gotta run right into you. If you are moving, the zombies cannot hit you. On a map with no perks, no second chances, this is a huge deal. It makes Nacht a lot easier and a lot more playable for the average player that tends to run alongside zombies during their trains. Yes, it is a little broken, but I think it's a great feature of this map in particular, where anything else to help the player, such as perks, traps, or wonder weapons that won't kill you, are non-existent. In second place, we have one of the most classic camping spots ever, and that is the upstairs camping location. This takes the nostalgic factor and cranks it by 1,000,000. This strategy isn't the funnest solo, but getting a group of 3 or 4 players here and just taking out hordes of zombies, how can you not have fun? It is literally such a blast. Granted, this camping spot isn't one of the most effective, especially when you have a ray gun. It's really easy to catch splash damage here, but it's such a fun area to play with friends. Everyone who's played zombies passionately from BO1 or earlier has great memories with friends camping up in that spot, just taking on hordes of zombies. And I really don't think I need to explain any further. If you know, you know. It was the first strategy ever in any zombies map, and it should be no surprise at all that it rises to our number 2 spot. Now, I'd feel remiss if I didn't include 2 honorable mentions on this list. I did spend a lot of time looking into the different aspects on this really simple map, and I found a lot of things that I did like about it. So, the first honorable mention will go to the remakes, which are on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. The Black Ops 2 one, of course, just being on transit. Just the fact that they remade this map, it shows how good it is, and it's just always fun to just jump on a different game and play Nacht with different guns, different perks. If you're playing on Black Ops 3, if you're playing on Black Ops 1, you got the mule kick right there. I didn't include on the list because I said we'd focus on World at War, so I stuck with that, but I really couldn't ignore the fact that all the remakes of this map are really good, except for maybe Transit having the fucking jet gun piece, because the jet gun sucks. And the other honorable mention, which was on the list originally, but I took it off to add the side swipe thing in there, was the simplicity of the map. A lot of people like complicated maps, a lot of people like simple maps. It's really fun when you're not really in a mood to, build all the staffs and stuff. You're not really in a mood to fly to the Golden Gate Bridge. You can just jump in this war bunker and take on unending hordes of zombies. There's really no setup. It is definitely the most simple map. Doesn't even have perks to buy. It's just a fun experience if you just want to jump on zombies and take out some hordes. You just beat the World at War campaign. You're celebrating. What a great campaign. When suddenly, there's another cutscene. What is this? Why is it so creepy and dark? What are those figures in the background? Why is this one running at me? What the fuck is going on? Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Nacht's intro and vibe. What an intro to a zombies map. This may not be the most flashy intro, but it catches the player off guard and is really instrumental to setting the scene for the map to follow. The vibe of Nacht Untoten is absolutely brilliant. It's such a creepy little map. It's dark, it's dreary, it's foggy, it's colorless, but in a good way. Cough, not Call of the Dead, cough. It gives off a vibe that after World at War, they really didn't focus on anymore. The feeling of pure horror and anticipation builds throughout the map. If it's not in your top 5 scariest or ominous maps, you really have to rethink your list. Everything about this map just sets the mood for a great horror classic. And for the first zombies map, where players have no idea what's happening, it couldn't have been done more beautifully, and that's why it reaches our number 1 spot. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of our list. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Feel free to drop a like if you like the list, add a comment if you want to agree or disagree with me, and slap the fuck out of that subscribe button. Coming soon is the top 5 worst things about this map. I've been known to rant about bad map features to my friends, so I decided to save the better video for the second video. Be sure to stick around to watch that one, and I will see you then.